what is the update and what are you doing as it relates to the grains issue going to Africa out of Ukraine? What's happening now there? Can you give us an update? Because early on in this war, there was a strong concern. President of Ukraine told Greg Meeks, then at the time the head of foreign affairs, that he was very concerned about these African nations, these third world nations that have hunger and food instability there. What is
Yeah, it's a great question, April. And Mr. Putin's hosting African leaders there in Moscow, starting today, I think. And look, I don't know what he plans to tell them, but I sure as heck hope that he plans to be honest with African leaders about the effect that his decision to pull out of the grain deal is going to have on African nations. So much of that grain that was getting out of Odessa and Black Sea ports from Ukraine was going to countries that need it most, developing countries across the so-called global south, and of course that includes the African continent. And we've already seen grain and foodstuff prices fluctuate, go up. They've gone down a little bit, gone up, but there's volatility in the market that wasn't there before. So I sure hope Mr. Putin is willing to be honest with African leaders about the effect that this is having or could have on them.
So does that honesty come with a solution as well?
Well, no, and yeah, thanks for the reminder. I didn't actually get to your question. The best way for this grain to get to market is through maritime lanes, through the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. And obviously that's not going to happen now, or at least for some time. So we are working with our EU partners. We're working with Ukraine and other European partners to see if there's other ways to get grain to market over land. But that's not as efficient. It's not effective. You can't move as much or as fast via land routes, whether it's truck or rail. But we're working to see what we can do to try to alleviate or increase the flow.